welcome. Dread is stressed.
I'm not. You're stressed. I've never been stressed in my life. How dare
But
you?
it will be fine and great, and we love it, and it's going to be wonderful, and there's no reason to be stressed.
Hmm.
Welcome back to TTRPG Trials. We are so happy to have you back. This is a show and D8 dungeon where we try games. We have done Stewpot, we have done Goblin Errands, and now we are moving on to Call of Cthulhu, which you might be like, how have none of you ever played that game before? It's a million years old. Well, I haven't, so there's that. And on top of that, we're
Also,
not.
you're a million years old, so don't be rude.
Yes, true. Yeah, maybe it's just that you're ancient and you've been around as long as Call of Cthulhu. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
exactly.
actually don't know how old Call of Cthulhu is, to be fair. So,
Depends on whether you mean the game or the story.
but the game, I guess, yeah.
Since the 70s.
I mean, that's kind of old. Like
Yeah,
that's my parents, and they're
yeah,
old or something. So,
they are. My parents are definitely old.
oh yeah, so maybe you're old. Uh,
Oh.
My brain says the 70s is 30 years ago, and then I realize it's in fact not.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what
I
I
know.
say
Yeah,
too.
I do it too. Yeah, 80s are only 20 years ago. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, for
I
sure,
get
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, it hurts. I try not to think about it too much. Anyway, we're not just trying Call of Cthulhu. We are also trying a specific adventure, which Dread has turned from a solo adventure into a team adventure. So we're trying loads of things all at
Yeah,
once. We're just throwing it all in the pot and stirring it around and seeing what happens, which is very
yep.
exciting.
The big scary pot that we don't look into. Never look into the pot. If you look into the
No,
pot, your soul will be lost.
and that's Call of Cthulhu.
And that is essentially Call of Cthulhu.
So
That's
Good night, everyone.
that's it. We're
yeah.
done. Good night.
In fairness, it only took 3 games for a show with 4 DMs playing new games to be like, cool game. How do I break it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised we actually got this far and it wasn't like game
Mhm.
number one.
I think it would have been too heavy to start game number 1. I'm glad it's number 3.
Yeah, we eased in.
We did ease it.
Had a lovely little town. We were silly little goblins, and now we are going to existential dread. So casual,
It's a
slow, yeah.
it's a
That
natural progression.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think some of those goblins were kind of questioning reality, to be fair. So it kind of makes sense.
the next logical step is
Absolutely.
Eldritch Horror.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I am Amber. Welcome to the show. Welcome to us. I am a member of D8 Dungeon since Sweet Lord 2019, which somehow is also like 10 years ago or something, except it's
No,
even
it's
less.
not. You can't
But it
just say
feels
that.
like more. But it feels like so much more.
Yeah, but you got the
Uh,
COVID years in there, and those are like outside of time.
those were
Yeah.
fake. That was Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
it
yeah.
is the shadow out of time. Lovecraft reference.
Which we will talk about. Don't you worry.
Oh, we
We
will.
haven't left that out. Don't you worry at all. I play Festa on Romancing the Dungeon. New episode tomorrow. We can never lose this pattern, or I won't know what to promote. Please watch the show. And Mondays are for some other show. I can't remember which one's next. I
Saving
think
Grace.
is it, there you go.
I
Thank
think
you.
so. I said it so confidently, and I don't
You
know if
really
that's
did.
true.
I was sold. So join us Monday to find out what it is. Is Declan in the chat? Is he yelling at me? No, not
No,
yet. Perfect. Okay, he didn't hear that.
you got
Great.
time.
Moving on. This is Dread.
Hi, I'm here. I
Consummate
am.
professional.
I am Dread. I'm also known as the Dreaded DM. And I'm also known as Caitlin, but no, honestly, no one calls me that here. um, I am a TTRPG performer. I've got some really cool projects in the works that I cannot talk about.
Secrets.
Secrets. Um, and they're going to be fun and it's going to be great. Wes,
This is the
save
show
me.
busiest episode we've done yet. Hi, I'm Wes. Some of you might know me as Arlington from Homebrew. You can find us Homebrew Quest on YouTube. I was having a little trip down memory lane going back through old episodes myself, but you can do that by going down my memory lane and watching from scratch and the podcast and all that kind of stuff.
Nice, dude.
And then we're working on campaign 2/season 2. It's in the works. It's coming. It's
Woo!
coming. Just sit
Say
tight.
that every single time.
I do, and it is literally. I have files on a hard drive here that have footage on them that will corroborate what I'm saying,
Oh,
potentially or not. Depends on
How
the
would we
setting. 'Cause
know?
now
Because he's not going to share them with us.
you're afraid of your DM. I'm afraid of my DM. Uh, anyway, yeah, that's me. I'm Wes. I'll pass it over to
We're all
Kate.
doing really well tonight.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, doing good.
Kate, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm Kate, and that's really about it. Um,
Guys, we gotta get it together.
um, so I have been with this show since the beginning and really enjoyed it. I have several years of lots of years of TTRPG and playing and DMing experience, and getting to explore these new games is a real treat. I'm excited. So I've been at this since
Time's not real. Don't worry about it.
a long time ago, a very long time ago, and I've never played Call of Cthulhu. So I'm excited to get into this one.
See, it's not weird that none of us have ever played Call of Cthulhu.
It's not weird. Though I do have a slight confession to make.
Oh, we need
Um
someone to have played this. This game's too complicated for it all to go in
I
blind.
I have so when we were initially pitching this, I had not played Call of Cthulhu, but it has been several months. I
Yes.
think at least 5 to 6 months
Yeah.
since we initially pitched this.
To be fair, yeah, the initial idea was games we haven't played as well. So
Yes, I have since then
Wow, you've
played the
ruined
game.
everything.
I
I'm
have
shutting
ruined
it down.
everything. Good
Shutting
night.
it down. We can't even call our what are we TTRPG players now? Not even trials. Like what is this, Fred? I can't believe you.
Listen.
Also, thank God because none of us know what we're doing.
Truly, like I, the amount of time I've spent reading the Keeper's Guide and the Investigator's Journal and like everything. I did so much research. I'm so tired.
you feel yourself going mad from the research. Have you learned
Oh.
too much? Are there
Well,
ancient knowledges you've unearthed?
oh, for sure. I definitely have had to roll a couple of sanity rolls since beginning to do this. And I think that is a good segue to my feature presentation.
Whoa! Let me click the
Slide,
button.
slide, slide,
Whoa!
Slide,
slide.
slide.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of fucking nerds, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Oh no, I'd rather go snowboarding than watch a presentation about Call of Duty. Get out of here.
What a loser.
What a fucking loser. You're going snowboarding, dude? God, get your life together. Okay, so this is Call of Cthulhu. This is the first title page. Um, it's very pretty. I found it on a template website. If I
It's
remembered the
beautiful.
website, I would shout it out. This is not me. I refuse to take credit for this. Um, so to get into what Call of Cthulhu is and like a little bit of its history. Um, Call of Cthulhu is a horror TTRPG which was developed originally by a game designer called Sandy Patterson. We were wrong. It's not the 70s, it is the 80s, and that is
Feels a
my
little bit
fault.
better.
It feels
That's
a bit better. By Sandy Peterson. The current edition is the seventh edition of the game, and it's been developed with Mike Mason and Paul Fricker. There
Great
were
name.
are other contributors as well. I just didn't write them down, but I have the book with me, so everything is fine. It was also revised by Lynn Willis. That's actually the only other name.
Okay.
I
Thanks,
could have.
Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn. You're beautiful. Um, so, what Call of Cthulhu, the game, is about is essentially ordinary people, usually American but cannot be, um, uh, going about their lives when suddenly encountering things that they cannot understand. Um, Usually it starts around like a simple kind of run of the mill mystery, and then turns into something vaster and more terrible than any of these characters could have possibly imagined. Um, and in a lot of ways, death is better than imagining. um, and that is something we will get into. There are mechanical things around death and insanity that this game deals with. But there's a very important point we need to make about this game
Do we
first.
want to drum roll into this? Do we want to
We
like?
do. We simply must.
Ah!
H.P. Lovecraft was a racist piece of shit.
Woo!
It's so important to go into that. Cannot stress enough how much this guy was a piece of shit. Even the creators of the game also acknowledge, like right from the get-go, that this man was truly a vitriolic racist. His particular brand was white supremacy. Um, there's actually a really good article in the Irish Times by, I believe his name was Ed Power, about how much he was a racist. Um, Basically, he was an Anglophile, somebody who loves England, and he believed himself to be descended from a purebred line of Anglo Saxons.
Gross.
Gross, truly gross. And when you look into his background, like it definitely makes sense. Like he was like a rich, like sheltered kid from Rhode Island, and his entire like his father was like shipped off to a mental asylum when he was like 6,
That
and he
explains
was
everything.
yeah, he was never seen again, fully never seen again. um and it's but it's so important to like talk about it. Like he counted black people, Irish people, fucking indigenous
Italian
cultures,
people.
Italian people, like basically everybody who wasn't English or English descended, as inferior. And so we need to go to the next slide, please, and thank you. So
Oh,
it
I could stay on that slide forever.
we but
I might
so
make that my background.
it's very important. I would appreciate it if you did. Thank you. Um, so it begs the question: why do we play this then? Well, I have my own personal reasons. As somebody who is both black and Irish, it gives me great pleasure to think that H.P. Lovecraft would not only hate my existence, but hate that I'm doing this with his work. So, fuck you, H.P. Lovecraft.
Fuck you, dude.
Truly, fuck you, dude. And like it's a huge debate right now within not just TTRPGs, but in the wider world with like various different fan bases that we're not going to go into because certain people have had enough screen time, I think. Um, that where does that can you separate art from the artist and all that type of thing. Now HP Lovecraft, he's been part of the zeitgeist for over 100 years at this point. Like Lovecraftian is a term that people use to describe something horror, so it's impossible to separate that. So the only thing we can do is take what he made and make it our own. There is a great game designer for Chaosium, the company who published Call of Cthulhu. His name is Chris Spivey, and he wrote a really cool adventure based around the Harlem Renaissance uh, in the 1920s, which is during that time it was predominantly a black neighborhood, and it's Call of Cthulhu based during this time. And he wrote, because he also acknowledged that uh, Lovecraft was a raging racist. He said Lovecraft was a racist, as we've said. Um,
Let's go back.
let's um,
Gentle
Yep.
reminder.
Yep. Racist piece of shit.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Will use his fear and his pettiness for something better. Um, and that's what the creators of Call of Cthulhu are trying to do, and hopefully what we can do. Let's just not think about it. He's over 100 years dead and died alone and sad.
Yes, as he should.
So, as he should. Okay.
Not quite 100 years. He died in 37.
Close.
Let's round up a little bit.
Yeah, we round up a little bit. It's much more dramatic to say 100 years, and it's like, oh,
It
90
is.
years.
It is.
Come on.
But the nice thing about the death in 37 is that that means that his work is in the public domain in
That's
most
true.
countries. So, should you want to read it, you should have no barriers to that, and nobody's getting any money for it.
Absolutely
Nice.
no one will benefit from this. So,
So hopefully maybe you and like literature a little bit, but only
Yeah.
a little bit, because let me reiterate, racist piece of shit.
Racist piece of shit. There we go. Racist piece of shit. He is like that is and it like his stories are pretty good. Like I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he was a really good writer. That's the
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Unfortunately, he was actually pretty good at what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to get a flavor for his very special brand of white supremacy, there's the story Him, which is about how New York City is being taken over by non-English people.
Oh,
And
the
it
And
worst
is,
the
side.
horror is it one of those like
yes,
those memes where they're like the future Republicans are scared of, and it's just a bunch of people like having a picnic? Is it kind of that?
I he makes a lot more menace, breathes a lot more menace
Sure.
into the non-English people. So I think honestly, it's a really hard read
Yeah.
because it makes you want to throw up.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think for me, I think from a historical perspective, I found it very educational.
Like it's important to read the stories, I think,
Yeah.
just to kind of understand. Like some of it is like, like he's using terms that were used for these people during the time. Okay, there's just like a general undertone of racism in most of the books from that time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like people during the time were calling him out for being racist. You have to be pretty racist.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, like
that's pretty bad. That people are like, "Wow, dude, maybe calm down."
like you should like go outside sometimes.
The Grand
grass,
Wizard takes
dude.
his hood off. Whoa, HP, that's kind of ironic. I mean,
Dude,
they're people.
chill. Dude, chill.
When I first read like a collection of the kind of Lovecraft books, I somehow missed all of this. I thought he was just some guy. And I was reading this part, I was like, this guy is really obsessed with skull sizes. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
This is a little bit weird.
I was like, one, it's weird. Two, who cares? This has nothing to do with this. Oh, I see what's going on.
It's
You've
like,
got your own
oh
little extra
no!
narrative.
Fuck. Fuck, I really
Very weird
enjoyed
to
that.
realize it in real time. I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
It's like racism takes many forms, and sometimes it's big skulls. Yeah, but that's really all we're gonna address it. Like, we I think we have talked enough about this man who has been dead for so long, no longer affects our lives, and we've said what we need to say about it. He was a racist piece of shit. Let's make something better.
He would hate this, so
He
let's
would
do
hate it, and he would hate me. Like I think about
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Like just how much like people like HP Lovecraft would hate that I'm even trying to exist.
So let's ruin their day and play Call of
Let's
Cthulhu.
exactly. Let's do that.
Next slide.
Yes, please.
Moving on. God, this is beautiful. This presentation is
Yeah,
stunning.
I wish I could. I actually really did try to find the artist who did this, so I could credit them, but I couldn't find it. They just had posted it anonymously, I guess.
If you're in chat, dude, like, good job. Because I
Yeah.
know you're watching this.
You are watching this. You better
Definitely.
fucking be. Okay, so this slide is basically just a little comparison with D&D, all of our favorite TTRPG and Call of Cthulhu. So they use two completely different game engines. Call of Cthulhu uses what's called the basic role-playing game engine. It's not basic. Don't know who came up with that name.
Anyway,
Uh,
guys, it's just really simple. Don't worry about
it's
it.
really simple and don't worry. Which uses a D100 system, whereas D&D uses, as we know, the D20 system. Which does that have a name? I tried looking and I couldn't find a name, but it doesn't really matter. But
I don't think so.
I've never heard of like an actual name for the D20 system.
No.
If anyone in chat knows, please tell. That would be nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, in terms of setting, Call of Cthulhu, like classic Call of Cthulhu is set in the 1920s, but you can set it in different times, but it's usually more like modern realism. So like it's set during World War II, or it's set like in the I saw an adventure that was set in the 1990s, and like it can be set in different times, but it's usually in like the modern era. Whereas D&D, again, it can be set mostly anywhere, as Dimension 20 have proven. Um, but is usually some sort of fantasy world. Um, in Call of Cthulhu, players are strictly non-magical. Like magic, like we I'm not going to get too much into it because it's not really going to come into like our game. But magic is bad here. you you don't want to know magic. Magic, well, maybe you do, and that but it can make you insane, which we will go into later. But for the most part, it is non-magical people encountering supernatural horrors in their normal life, whereas a lot of the time in I was about to say Dimension 20 in D&D, players are expected to at least have some knowledge of magic, and cat being a creep. um, um oh my god, my cat has just totally thrown me off. um in D&D, sorry, players are uh powerful heroes. Like they are supernatural in themselves in that way. um combat is combat can happen in Call of Cthulhu, but it is way more catastrophic than in D&D. Like in D&D, you're usually on equal footing, but in Call of Cthulhu, it's simply not advised that you fight, especially if you're going up against anything supernatural. More often than not, you will die. Like just straight up, you will die. Um, and finally, the biggest difference between Call of Cthulhu and D&D is that is the sanity mechanic. Sanity is like a very important mechanic, and it is something that is so important in Call of Cthulhu. I've dedicated an entire slide to it.
Ooh.
And going insane is very similar to PC death. Like once you go permanently insane, your character is basically retired from the game. And in D&D, that's more of a player choice to go insane than it
Some
is
of them
like
start that way.
some of them start that way. Whereas in Call of Cthulhu, a relative amount of sanity is implied. Because, a lot of the time it's set in the 1920s. That's after World War One. So a lot of the people are not okay. uh so yeah, if we have any questions or concerns at this point, I am happy to take some questions.
I don't know about concerns. I think it'll be interesting for combat to be something you're looking to avoid.
Mm.
You know, like to be fair, like the way Declan runs Romancing the Dungeon, like it's very clear when he's like, it's time for you to fight now, versus, when we're
Yeah,
not supposed to be fighting. And there
yeah,
isn't a ton of combat, but like I could throw a glass across the room and hit someone in the face and start a fight, and it's fine. It doesn't
yeah,
matter. Versus, yeah, it wanting to be something that you just don't want to do. I think that'll be interesting in comparison to what I'm used to anyway.
yeah. Like the healing mechanics in Call of Cthulhu are quite extensive, but
Mm,
they are vastly different than in D&D. Like
yeah,
in D&D, cure wounds, you're good.
yeah.
Um
Go to
long
sleep.
go to sleep, you're good.
Yeah,
Whereas in Call of Cthulhu, there's like a whole phase thing where there's extreme injuries and healing times. Like, say you got punched in punched in the stomach, right?
yeah.
Actually no, let's say stabbed. You got stabbed.
Oh, okay.
Stabbed in the stomach.
Let's just
That
upgrade it a
Still in
little
the,
escalated
bit.
still in
quickly.
the stomach, though, right?
Well, that would be a fairly common
It
attack
was.
to get
It
stabbed
was.
in the stomach in D&D. In
Fair enough.
It
in
was the
call
20s. People got stabbed every day.
Yeah, come on. They're like everybody's got a little switchblade, you know. Come on now. Um, but yeah, you could get if you got stabbed, what you could do is roll a first aid, and then that would just get that person stable. But
Okay.
that would be it. You would have to take them to a hospital or to a
Okay.
doctor of some kind. And then we would roll to see how many days it takes you to recover. Like in game days, how many days it takes for you to recover.
Okay, that's
And
nice because that's like weeks of playing.
yeah, exactly. So it behooves you to not get hurt.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh
Well,
that
and
means
I
like
really, you say it behooves you not to get hurt. It also behooves you not to go insane. And
yes it does.
what kind of the way I have imagined Call of Cthulhu and what I've observed in this forum seems to reinforce this, and I'd love to get your perspective.
Of course.
Um, is this is like if we're looking at D&D,
Mhm.
it's all about let's survive at all costs.
Yeah.
We're looking at Call of Cthulhu, we're like, you're gonna die or go insane. Let's make that take as long as possible.
Yeah. Oh, that okay. So
that's the question.
that is the question. So see with
Sorry, I didn't put a question mark on it.
no, but
As
it's
long as
okay.
possible?
More a question statement.
Um, I would actually somewhat disagree with that. The insanity thing can take a little while, depending, because once you take your first hit of sanity and have to go through those mechanics and which I'll get into, uh, you're like, actually, this is bad.
Let's not do that again.
Let's not do that. And um with actual combat, if you're getting hurt, like you don't have a lot of hit points. Like if you're especially like chunky, right, you'll get 10 hit points, right. The vast majority of weapons will take out half your hit points in one hit. So it's like it you can go out like that if you're not careful. So this is a game where I have heard both, but I would lean more towards don't be too precious with your character.
Hmm.
So let me make a backup then, real quick.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Of course.
Yeah, so how does that like if say in our first game
Mhm.
someone dies, is the general consensus that you roll someone new or you kind of backseat or they start playing NPCs? What's the I'm always conscious of that with a game where dying is very much a part of it. Like what happens when you die?
So, in terms of death, I would be like, yeah, we'll roll up a new character, um, and I'll figure out a way for them for it to be there. Um, with
Hi guys,
insanity,
I'm Boromir. I'm here to also help with the unspeakable evil.
don't worry about it. um, in terms of insanity, it's a little bit more of a conversation between the keeper and the player. Like if it's permanent insanity, that's one thing. Uh if it's indefinite insanity, we can work around that. It's when your sanity score, which we will get into, I do promise. Please don't hurt me. Um it's when your insanity score hits 0, then maybe we would have to talk about retiring your character. And like for this particular adventure, honestly kind of more likely you'll die.
Oh, shit. Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, just kind of thinking through the scenario in my head. Yeah, kind of more. Here, you could maybe go insane, but between the two, probably more likely you'll
Cool.
die.
Love that
Well,
for us.
that's a really good foresight into what we need to expect.
So
And I'm now going to invest everything in running.
Interesting.
no, you got it all wrong. I'm going hit points. Hit points.
Funny you
That's what
think
I'm
that'll
taking
help
from
you.
this. Would it like? So does the average game or session or campaign or whatever in this end in TPKs? Like, is that just kind of how it goes, or is it like?
No, what I have from the actual plays that I have watched and the games I have run myself, um like it is possible to continue. Like what generally ends up happening is like 2 to 3 of the original crew, let's say, still remain.
Okay, so people are swapping out new characters, and then you can finish it maybe with different
Yeah,
people.
so like for example, like if the 3 of you were in it, your character dies, Wes, but the 2 other characters have still gone through this experience
Mm.
and can catch the new character up, and the new character can have their own connection. It's just like with any other game, really.
Right, it's rotating kind of
Yeah,
people.
it
Okay.
can be it can be a bit of a rotation, but again, if like the characters learn, I think in Call of Cthulhu relatively quickly to be careful because the results are so unforgiving.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's not like in like what is that saying? Curiosity favors the bold.
Not in this game.
Not necessarily in this game. There some boldness is required, but temper that with some caution.
Isn't it fortune favors the bold and curiosity killed the cat?
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I
don't
think
worry
that's the
about it.
one.
I feel like you're combining to make an entirely different lesson. Is this are you
Did I do
setting
it?
us up here?
Did I do it well
You
or
did, yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Steal the idol. Don't tell anyone.
Hey, that should be the case. But we shall move on because now we're going to get into like mechanics. See, the slide is so beautiful.
Crunchy, crunchy
The
mechanics.
crunchiest of mechanics. Um,
Crunchy.
we shall move on to. So this slide, I have split the character sheet in half because it is overwhelming to look at all at once. Um,
Want to see it? It's terrifying.
it is
Look
terrifying.
at that. Okay, back to
There it is. Look at it.
it.
Look at it.
It looks like
Um,
I'm filing for a tax return in the 1920s.
yeah, it does. And I go into this later, but character creation is probably the crunchiest part of Call of Cthulhu. After that, it gets relatively straightforward, but it is essentially convincing your friends to do a tax return. So
I
the
like that. I know a couple games that I can apply that statement to, and I will be stealing it with
yeah,
pride.
go go with love, go with peace. Okay, so on the top of the page, we have our characteristics. Think of them as the attributes from D&D. That's the most basic way to think about them. And like we can see from like pretty much from the jump that a lot of them correlate with D&D terms. So your strength, your con, your dex, your intelligence, uh they're all pretty much the same deal, but there's an important distinction between two of the stats, and that's intelligence and education. So that is something that I've only ever come across in Call of Cthulhu. So intelligence is how well investigators learn, remember, analyze information. Great. Then what the hell do we need education for? Um, well, education is the measure of formal and factual knowledge. So, like if you wanted to be a college professor, your education could be high, but your overall intelligence might be low. You might not be actually that good at your job. You just paid to go to school.
Would
Um,
that be kind of like if then you've a very, if you've got a high education, low intelligence, or whatever, you could know a lot about the world and not be open to learning new things about it?
exactly, that
Yeah.
type of thing. Or the one that helped me kind of figure out is you can have a high intelligence or and very low education. Like it was quite common during the 1920s for people not to be able to read. Or they didn't continue their education past high school. So this is that stat is to more kind of reflect that. It's not that these people aren't intelligent, it's that they didn't go to education. Then there's size, and size is the average of your height and your weight. Um, Fairly straightforward. POW.
I also appreciate how at the top right there we've got pronouns, which HP would be spinning in his grave, and that
Oh,
delighted.
he would be so fucking mad. He'd be so mad.
What is they them? I don't understand.
Ugh.
What is this
What
Eldritch
is
horror?
Z? I
Why
don't know
is
Anyway, here's a
there-
Zers.
tentacle monster from another planet.
He had so many they thems without even realizing it.
Cthulhu identifies as it them.
Bitch. um but yeah. Um POW is defined as your willpower. So basically how mentally stable you are. And that is actually what your sanity is as well. Um Again, I have a whole slide dedicated to it, so I'm not going to get into what that is at the moment. And then appearance, it's basically how hot you are.
So hot.
So
Finally,
we
So
have
very
the
hot.
stat we need.
a game that's brave enough to.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's
Something
not,
that we all just we take for granted. We all presume we're
yeah,
hot in game. No one designs an ugly character.
yeah.
Sure.
Truly, this is the only game that stands on and be's like, hey, I have a 90 in appearance. I'm the hottest fucking thing that you've ever seen in your life. But it can also be personality if you want to be that person.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
We all know
Boring.
what
I'm
it
over
means.
Boring. Come on now. Come on now.
We all know what you want.
We all know. We know it and we got it. Hit points. We all know what hit points is. Magic points. It has never come up in any of the games that I've run. I'll be extremely honest. It is essentially when you gain, you can only use magic if you have like magic items like spells or books and things like that. Um,
Is it like sleight of hand magic we're talking here, not like
oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what I mean. No, I mean fucking real magic,
Okay.
eldritch magic, magic that'll burn your skin as soon as you touch it.
Right,
Not
there's
pulling like
there's
quarters
the
out of
use of magic.
Cthulhu's like
Yeah, no, no,
tentacles. No,
none
okay.
of that, none of that. That would be
Unfortunate.
dexterity.
We're talking gozer shit
We're
here.
talking,
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking some fucking Zood Ghostbuster shit. um, so yeah, they are used to create magic. But I don't see us using it in this scenario. Luck, it is an optional rule, but basically you can add your luck to your luck to any roll that you make, with a couple of exceptions, to succeed in a roll. Uh, I can explain a little bit later how that works. Actually, fuck it, I'll just explain it now because I'm not going to go into it later. So basically, we
It's
use
so that most of the presentations I consume are work based, and I so rarely get someone halfway through a presentation to go, "Fuck it, anyway, okay, we'll
Just
do
fuck
this."
it.
I'm
We'll
very
do this
impressed.
now.
fuck it,
I
like
much
fuck it.
prefer it.
It's refreshing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I never did presentations for my job, so this is very new for me.
I feel like work
It's new for me too. I
presentations
love it.
would go better if in the middle of it someone's like, "Fuck it, anyway, let's just talk about this."
Yeah.
Be great, 100%.
Absolutely agree.
So luck is so basically let's say I asked you to make a dexterity roll and you failed it by 3 or 4 points, right? You could take 4 points from your overall luck and add them to your score, lowering your luck, but it means you can succeed on the roll. So and you only have a finite amount of luck.
So
And
it's
then
like
your
a
luck
pool.
runs out.
Oh yes, it is like a pool. Sorry, I thought you said it was like a cool, and I was like, a
It
room
is
of
like a
cool?
cool.
It's
Kind of
like a
cool, yeah.
It is like a
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Pretty cool.
Not the Italians.
No. Um but yeah, it's an optional rule within Call of Cthulhu. It depends on the keeper whether or not they bring it in. I like to bring it in, and it adds a little spice that I like. There, but like I said, there are certain exceptions to being able to use luck. You cannot use luck on sanity rolls. That's the big one.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. Is there a
Uh,
downside to luck? Is there a reason it would be off? Is it just like making the game a little bit easier?
yeah, essentially. Um, the the major downside is that luck runs out. So you can use as much luck as you want on a roll, but there's the chance that you'll run out of it quicker.
Cool. Plot armor. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Next slide, please. So the
The tax
next
return begins.
yes, the tax return truly begins here. So I'm not going to go into every single fucking skill because I think I counted them and there's like 40 something of them.
It's too many.
There's two there it is good because it adds a nice little like a lot of variety. You can really dial in the character that you want with these
Yeah,
skills.
I think we should zero in on directly in the middle there. We've got a skill for library use, which is just wonderful. That makes
Yes,
me
Yeah.
so
that
happy.
that is actually one of the I was going to zero in on that skill because it is actually a seriously important
It
skill.
seems very useful, but it's just such a good yeah, it's
Very
not book
specific.
smart, it's not knowledge, it's library use.
Yeah, it's basically the ability to research because, like I said, a lot of the time we're set in the 1920s. Where you get information it's more difficult to get information than it would be uh like now. Like you have to go to the library or you have to go if you want information from newspaper rules, you have to go to the actual newspaper. You have to like that's one of the reasons like a way to min max so to speak is to be like an academic because then you have connections to like different libraries all over the country or all over the world and it's easier for you to get information. Like it is not a bad idea to have a high library use skill.
I don't think any of us
Noted.
have picked min-max characters. I think we've probably picked the funniest thing to pick in this kind of horrifying
Oh,
world.
for sure.
Whoops.
What's the best joke to make here?
Like, listen, I like in one of the games I played, I had a character. She named her character like Splinky or something like that.
Oh,
Like it was
well,
like
that's a goblin.
yeah, like and like
That's
he
a
was
goblin.
hardcore. He was like a war vet. It was crazy.
Okay.
And this is like
Blinky, 101st Regiment, sir. Still a goblin.
all right, still a goblin, just hanging out. Okay, there. Excuse me, I just burped. Um, so thank you. I am a hero for that. There is another skill called credit rating, which is basically how rich your character is.
This is a
I
full-on
gotta
tax
say,
return.
this one really got me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Just sat here
Well-
for annual undisclosed income.
No. Hear me out, though. Hear me out.
I mean, where's
right?
the Swiss bank account? Will?
No, but like, hear
That's
me
the
out.
first question.
It is actually, it's actually a very good skill, and not because it, like keeps track of how rich or poor you are. It because it gets rid of the need to like keep track of money and things like that.
Okay.
So, for example, Kate, you have like a you're like on like a 10 or 20 in credit rating. Like you're not rich in any way whatsoever. Whereas Wes is a dilettante and has like an 80 or 90 in terms of like richer than God in terms of money.
Daddy
You found our
invented toilet paper.
sugar daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it too late
Uh,
to change my character? I've spoken 5 words and I love this spoiled little boy. Daddy, there's an unspeakable horror in the shadows. Daddy,
um, it
this
just
knife is vibrating. Daddy, I want it.
You would die within
you
like
would
10
die
minutes.
so fast.
Oh, I'm accepting that I'll be the first to die, and I'll relish it.
Maybe you start with this character, and then the character you were
Yeah,
currently building is your
exactly.
backup.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be the one that we
You're on the
learn-
back of the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, it just takes away the need to like pinch pennies and count like how like if you wanted to make like a credit transfer, be like, yeah, you can do that. You're rich enough. Like it just takes that away. Like, oh, okay, your character's probably gonna have to borrow some money to be able to pay for this hotel. Like, or if you do pay for this hotel, you're gonna go hungry for a little bit. Like, it's basically just smooths those kind of transactional things that comes with a lot of games.
And that's the daily spend limit or something.
Oh, I don't fuck with that.
Okay.
Do we have to also track our caloric intake? What our
Oh, for
steps
sure.
are per
Yeah.
day?
I'll give you inspiration if you do.
That sounds like
Sorry.
it's
I agree. I
I
agree.
apologize.
so
You don't need to apologize. The other one is I always point it out is spot hidden. Spot hidden is basically the perception. And that's it really. I wanted to just
So you're
highlight.
saying dump everything into library use spot hidden and credit, so we can see everything, we can research everything, and we're wealthy as shit.
And we can buy the best clothes.
I would say for this particular scenario, credit rating may not be as important.
Oh, that's what you
Like
think.
if you want to have a good credit rating, I'm not going to stop you, but it's also not going to be the most important.
I'm gonna put everything into jump. I feel like that's,
Oh yeah.
that's a good
Get
start.
mad fucking hops, bro.
I'm going straight up mad up.
Just start using that what is that word? Acronistic? Yes, acronistic. Fucking like, yo, man, let's get these mad fucking hops. Let's bounce.
Let's jump these boys. Too literal.
Just
No.
Oh, fuck.
And there's also like combat stats and all that type of thing, but I'm going to go into that when we get into our character creation slide. May we move to not the next slide, but the slide after that, because the next slide is just the full character sheet. There it is. Oh God, this took me so long to make.
Oh no.
This is the character creation slide. It is somewhat the bane of my existence. So for one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the character creation in Call of Cthulhu is that there is a lot of fucking math involved with this. There are different equations for different stats, and it bums me out, and I don't like it.
I pulled out a calculator.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, no, listen, it's fine. I brought this on myself. So, to come up basically with all of your physical attributes, you need to roll 3d6 and then multiply the result of that by 5. And then to come up with your size, intelligence, and education, you, for reasons I don't quite understand, but uh, you roll 2d6 plus 6, and then you multiply all of that by 5. And then once you have all that, you can decide how old you are. And how old you are affects some of these physical scores. Like, for example, the older you are, the more some of your physical stats will reduce, but you also could have higher education or higher intelligence. Um, moving to step 2, uh, some of the stats are then pulled for other stats. So I mentioned earlier that the sanity is the same as your POW. Magic points is, oh, that's so small. I think that's a fifth. um, is a fifth of your power points, and then your hit points. Another fucking equation is your size plus your con plus 10. And that determines whether you're short, tall, skinny, curvy, that type of thing. Uh, then it gets a little more complicated.
Oh
Please,
God.
please, if anyone wants me to slow down, please stop me. So then we get into creating point pools to allocate to your skills. Remember that big scary sheet?
Mm-hmm.
So to get one set of you blah blah blah. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
There are 2 sets of point pools. One comes from your occupation, which there is a very extensive list. Like, you can be a doctor, you can be a photojournalist, you can even be a tribes person, which is fun. Um, so yeah, you choose your occupation, and from that, uh, you can choose skills, and then you can allocate points to those skills depending on your occupation. And then there is the personal skills points, um, where you multiply your intelligence by 2, and that's your personal skill points. Now, you can use all of your points for any skill you want, but once they've run out, they've run out. And I'm not going to go into step 5. I shouldn't have put that in. I know I don't think that made sense, but does anyone want me to clarify anything?
So you said multiply your intelligence by 2. So whatever that is, times 2 is the pool you have to spend on the skills.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense then. That's fine.
And with occupation, it's a little bit more targeted.
Mm-hmm.
It will say within your occupation what skills.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
But it's so cute. Yeah, so it's a little bit more pointed with the occupation skills. There are certain skills that you have to is a strong word, but have to.
Strongly encouraged.
Strongly encouraged.
Yeah.
To put the points into those skills.
Okay.
But with the personal interest points, that's like the stuff, like, I think of it as the hobbies you had when you were a kid, or like at just before you became a criminal, I was actually into carpentry. So
I love that.
Yeah, then I made a gun out of wood, and it all went downhill from there.
They stole my wood, and I thought I could do it too.
Yeah, those hobbies you had as a kid, like locksmith.
Yeah.
Listen,
didn't say they
what
were
else are
good
kids in the
hobbies.
20s doing?
Yeah.
That's
They
true.
didn't have TV.
Spinning wheels with a stick.
That's
Yeah.
literally what I was about to
When I
say.
was 6, my parents got me one of those things that you can cut glass open with, and
Yeah.
I was all downhill from there.
I was down in the mines. Um, but yeah, that is like character creation is the 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 densest part of
Mm.
Call of Cthulhu
This
by
I
far.
finally think I understand how people feel when they have never played any TTRPGs before, and I'm like, we should play Dungeons and Dragons. Look, it's very easy. I'll take you through it. They get confused. I'm like, what's so confused? What? It's a saving throw. I don't understand why you're so confused about this. This must be how they feel. Or I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I
Like what?
I follow. Like once I actually do it, it'll be fine. But I'm like, that's how you multiply this and then you times this and then that's a finite resource. But this one, strength, POWs isn't a prisoner of war. It's power. Okay, I understand. Get it.
Don't think about the prisoner of war stuff, though you could have been, and then your power would be lower.
There yeah, that's true.
um, that's actually how I started. Like, I came up with all of these little things to help me remember like what each things mean. Like POW is like something that's unique to Call of Cthulhu. So it was like I was like, at first it was like POW. I got hit in my mental health.
I love that. I'm gonna use that.
Or and then I had that prisoner of war thing. It was like, oh, a lot of these people, want to be edgy fucking soldiers just out of World War II. They were prisoners of war. Their mental health is terrible. Pow.
That's a slightly bigger stretch, but I see where you were going
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
What do you mean? It's perfectly logical.
It's the number of steps that it takes to get there. That's really
Yeah, exactly. What? No, I'm not autistic. What are you talking about? Okay, we are going to move on from character creation. Uh and I'm we'll come clean with you right now as because the system is way more chunky than any of the other systems that we've come across so far. We are going to have our own session, like little private session 0, just just for us, because I quite like hanging out with these guys
Hmm.
and I wanted an excuse. Okay. God. Now, one of the other things that really confuses people in Call of Cthulhu is the dice that's used, which is D100 percentile dice. It is actually 2 dice. So the tens dice, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, written all around. And then there's the singles dice, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the singles dice, 10 is represented by 0. And on the the blah, blah, blah. Hold on, I fucked it up immediately. God
But
damn
wait,
it!
we're relying on you to make this make sense.
No, fuck. Okay, the singles die, 10 is represented by the 0. On the did I fucking fuck it up again? I said singles die, didn't I?
yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I think. I
I
mean, I'm
I
pretty
knew how
sure.
these 2 dice worked together before this, and now I don't think I do.
Yeah, I've lost part of my
No.
knowledge.
Okay, fuck it. There's an article that I've cited in this presentation that explains really clearly how to fucking read percentile dice.
I think I can mostly read the numbers. I think where I get caught would be like the high and the low, right? So what is 100? Is that a 90
Okay,
and a 0? Because that's a 90
so
plus a 10.
Yeah, because
so
you can't get 0.
You get
100 is
yeah.
the 3 zeros. So 0 0 on the tens die and 0 on the singles die.
Ah, oh, I
Oh.
see.
Yeah,
Well,
it is
but
correct. I researched this.
yeah, because
I wasn't
the
doubting you, but how do you get 10 then? 9
And
and 1?
10 is 10 on the 1 0 on the tens die, and then 0 on the singles die.
Okay,
Oh.
right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I
Just
thought I
zero,
understood.
zero, and zero happens to be 100 because there is no zero. Right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I thought
Yep.
I understood, but I think I'm more confused.
Oh, I can write this down. I can do this.
I mean, there is a handy little chart directly in front of me that I
There
can
is a
probably
handy chart.
just, use
It's
or something.
you add the dice together, but then if it's all zeros, that's just
Okay.
100.
0,
Would
0,
you
0
Stop rubbing on my computer.
is, is 100. Hold on, I need to be able to make sure that this can be seen in the it,
Yes. Zeros equals
yes.
100. Okay.
Okay.
Many
And
zeros.
then and then 100 is equal to 10.
Yeah, it's
That's
10
math.
plus 0.
That is math. I
Okay.
did it.
But
I
if you
earned
got a
that C.
10 and 1, it'd be 11. It's 10 plus 1.
Exactly.
Okay. Probably just gonna have to keep this chart on hand.
Exactly. That is why I added it to this.
Thank you.
Because
Much appreciated.
hey, I got your back.
Just add the dice together. I just rolled a 60 and a 3, it's 63.
Exactly.
Well, those numbers make sense.
For most of them, it's super easy.
Yeah, like 90% of the numbers make sense to me.
Yeah. Most of the arguments
I would
that
say it's 98%.
Ah, nice.
most of the arguments that I've had in Call of Cthulhu have always been around how do we read the percentile dice. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to nip this in the bud and include this within the presentation.
That was smart.
Otherwise, I can't say that online. Um,
There are
I-
people screaming at their screens right now who have no problem understanding that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know,
You
like,
know, when you brought this slide up, I was like, why do we need this slide?
yeah, and then
And then
we started talking
immediately,
about it, and you're like, "Oh, that's
immediately
nice,
we needed it badly.
like truly so badly we needed to figure this out. But now we know, and then we
Now we
never
know.
and now we never
Do
have to
we?
talk about it
Do
again.
we know?
We'll
We'll
find
figure it
out.
out.
We'll
Yeah.
find out in 2 weeks' time
You have the
when I
table.
roll some die and go, "What the fuck is that?"
I brought up the table, and I have cited the source. So if anyone, including my fellow players, wants the chart, there is a link in this presentation. Go and get it, and
Thank
don't talk to me.
you.
Next slide, please. I can't remember. Oh, so
What is this?
what could this possibly be? So basically, I've compiled like a little list of my favorite mechanics within the game. This is, as you can see, not an exhaustive list because this has gone on quite long already. But yeah, just a couple of cool little things that I like. So the levels of success and failure within Call of Cthulhu. So you may have noticed on the character sheet, all of the boxes are split into 3. That is to accommodate for, first of all, your full score, half your score, and then 1/5 your score. That
Which, by the way, since you're multiplying everything times 5, is just whatever you got on the dice in the first place. And I don't know why this is put off until so later in the rules.
all
But
right.
that's not on you, Dread. That's
That
not
is,
on you.
it's we can talk about this again when we wrap up, but I think this is going to be the biggest gripe that we have. um but that is to reflect the levels of success within Call of Cthulhu. So if you meet your score, that is a regular success. If you roll below, so it's all, you want low numbers whenever you roll in Call of Cthulhu. Low is good here. Yeah, that's right. If you roll below half of your score, that is a hard success. So pretty good success. And then if you roll below the 1/5 of your score, that is an extreme success. But a critical is if you roll a 1, a critical success. Um, then you also have it going in the opposite direction. Um, if you roll over, I believe it's over 98, that is an extreme fumble. And terrible, terrible things will happen to you.
That sounds bad.
It is quite
Yeah.
bad.
I don't trust this game with extreme fumbles.
Whatever do you mean? Why?
So, not, like, without getting, I suppose, too far into details, if we have an extreme fumble where, like, say, it's something like I tried to kick the door down and there's an extreme fumble. Like, I'm just like, are the extremes like you shatter your ankle trying to kick the door down? Is that kind of the
Could
realm?
potentially be something like that.
Right. Okay.
Or it could be you get the door down, but there was a gunman on the other side of the door
Right. Okay. Okay.
and he shoots you immediately. Like, so it's something like that.
Right.
Which
Okay.
is quite major considering the health and
Yeah.
the little quick reference thing on the character sheet says over a 96 is a fumble.
Over 96. Oh. Wow, I was being extremely harsh.
I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
Or generous.
Generous. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Sorry, guys, ruined it.
Damn.
Sorry,
Amber,
teacher, you forgot to
leave
give
well
us
enough
homework.
alone.
Forgot to give us homework at the end of the day, teacher. So
Yeah. Actually, we had homework yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So okay. So the next mechanic is bonus and penalty die, which is the Call of Cthulhu equivalent of advantage and disadvantage. So with the bonus die, you roll. So rather than rolling the D100 twice, um, you would roll the tens die twice. So whatever the single number is, it stays the same. So it would be the tens dice that you would roll twice and take the higher or lower number. Uh, it will make sense more in play. I Please don't be scared.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And then pushed rolls, which I love. It's a great mechanic. So basically, if you fail a roll, you can tell me how you want to push the roll, which means I want to do something, I want to repeat the roll, do something a little differently. I would allow you to repeat the roll, just straight up re-roll. If you fail, it the consequence is worse than if you hadn't pushed the roll. But if you succeed, it just succeeds normally.
is that? Can you push twice?
No.
Okay.
Like, you can't push twice on the same roll.
That's
is
You
what
can
it-
make it like if you fail, it's much worse.
Yeah.
You just died.
It gets triple bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and those are 3 of my favorite mechanics.
I like that.
Is there
Yeah.
a limit on push rolls, or can you just choose to do it and just you're literally rolling the dice and whether or not you get really fucked up?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
There's as far as I can see, I would have to double check, but as far as I can see, there's no limit on pushed rolls. It would just, like, you're just pushing your own luck.
Yeah.
And then there's also, I explained the luck mechanic before. Like, it would almost be safer for you to use, like, if that mechanic is in play, it would be safer for you to use your luck than it would be to push the roll.
Yeah, there's no downside to using luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next slide, please.
Oh.
So I could only, like, the bad thing is the character creation. That's the mechanic that, like, I truly cannot stress enough how much I don't like the math. But and it like, for a new player, it can be extremely intimidating. Like, if you've ever given, like, a new person, like, an empty D&D character sheet, it is that times 10. It's a hard sell.
I still get stressed creating D&D characters. Like, and I've done it for years.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's ridiculous. But the caveat to that is there's so much more variety that you can do with the Call of Cthulhu character creation. Like, I showed these guys the list of occupations available, and the list is huge.
Yeah.
Like you can truly be anything you can think of
Mm.
within the normal confines of like the world. You know,
Yeah.
you
And then with the skills, like you really get to tailor it.
yeah, exactly. So while the character creation is harder, it does let you dial in a character that you really, really want, and you will be so upset when they die or go insane. Next slide. Speaking of going insane, I did it.
Finally.
The sanity. This is Call of Cthulhu's most, uh, one of the most central mechanics in Call of Cthulhu. So every investigator, which is what a character is called within the game, every investigator has a set number of sanity points when they begin the game. And the sanity can rise and fall depending on what happens within the game. Um, the keeper, which would be me, can call for a sanity roll, not at any point, but at certain points. And if you succeed, your sanity remains the same. But if you fail, it will be reduced by a certain amount and usually causes the investigator to make some sort of involuntary action. Uh, it can That action can be as minimal as screaming, or that action can be go all the way up to attacking another player, or it can be something along the lines of you develop some sort of phobia or mania of some kind. In the game, uh, there are three types of sanity. I have to go into my notes here. Um, so there's temporary insanity, indefinite insanity, and permanent insanity. Uh, if you lose 5 sanity points from a single source, so you walk into a room and there's a dead body, um, if that causes you to lose 5 sanity points, you have a bout of madness, which is what that involuntary action is called in the game. Um, and there's a couple of phases to the temporary insanity as well, which can lead to indefinite insanity. If you lose 1/5 of your total sanity, so if you have 30 points, and I hope this is right, and you lose 6 points in a single day, I hope that's 1/5. I'm pretty sure that's 1/5. um, if you lose all of like 6 points in a single day without getting a rest, um, even losing a single point of sanity after that, doesn't matter from the source, will cause another bout of madness. So, like, that basically shows that you're now very fragile and anything can set you off.
Is there any way to mitigate that? Like if you're like, I've hit 6, I need to go rest for a month or
That
something. Is that just
well, it's essentially that you have to go somewhere that is safe and um, where you won't be disturbed. Uh, and that can be just for a night, or if you want to like actually recover the sanity, that would mean like a longer bout of rest. So if you want to like at least try to recover some of your sanity, that would be yeah, more like a month. You wouldn't be able to recover your sanity from just one night, but you might be able to stop yourself from losing more so quickly.
Hmm. Okay.
And then permanent insanity, um, is when your sanity points hit 0 and you are essentially dead. There is no saving you.
So I think of this as the iconic
Yeah,
mechanic of this
yeah,
Yeah,
game.
for sure. Yeah.
Um, okay, good. I'm not
yeah.
alone in this.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
It's funny to see it because I've never played this game. I've read Storm Lovecraft and obviously very influential in a lot of things. But you can feel properties that have pulled from this, like was it Darkest Dungeon?
Mm.
known or
Yes.
pulled from a lot of this, but like the sanity thing, I'm like, this actually feels like I now appreciate the way they mechanize that more, because I was like, oh yeah,
Mm.
it building up and then someone needing to take a break and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like
I
there
also
is a
love the idea of it being in a stressful situation that you get a certain sanity point. It's like, oh, you scream, and I was like, fuck, now, like that, don't scream
now
now.
fucking what?
Yeah, I love that. That's so good.
Yeah, like there's guidance about how to handle as a keeper, how to handle like the bouts of madness, because it doesn't necessarily have to be loud like a scream. It could be like there was a great example of it in an actual play called Time for Chaos, where there was a character who was like deeply horribly scarred on one side of his face, like from the beginning, like he'd always had this mask. Um, and he had a bout of madness where he developed this phobia of people touching his mask. And it was a very quiet thing, and he never fully got rid of it. And he
Mm.
kept incorporating it into the gameplay. It was very good, very very good stuff. And like there was one time where he got injured on his face, and one of the other player characters reached for his face, and he immediately like hit her, got out of the way, was like, "Don't touch me."
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Oh, I forgot the last point. So there are many ways you can lose your sanity. um. Because we have to remember, like, if one of us walked out of our living rooms, bedrooms, offices, wherever we are at the moment, and saw a dead body like right outside our door, that would trigger like immediate sanity loss in us.
Yeah.
Because like we have to, one of the key things you always have to remember with Call of Cthulhu is that we are not superheroes. We are not like overpowered like basic demigods. We're just ordinary people who got caught in a really shitty situation. Um and it might be upsetting to come across a dead body. Um
For some people.
for some people, you know. So I have a couple of examples listed here. So encountering a corpse, that's usually how the first sanity loss is triggered. Seeing visions, fighting monsters, reading a book. Um You'd be
Those dang
surprised.
books. They're always out to get you.
Them ding dang books always fucking us around and giving us knowledge. Fuck that.
I don't want that knowledge.
Nobody wants this knowledge. And then one of the big ways is learning about the Cthulhu mythos. So that is actually a skill you all have on your character sheets. The Cthulhu mythos skills, and it always starts off at 0. And this is a particularly interesting skill because if you gain any points in Cthulhu Mythos, even 1 point, you lose that same amount of sanity.
That's
Oh.
cool.
It's pretty good. It's one of my favorite mechanics in
And
the
like
game.
presumably having points in Cthulhu Mythos is useful.
Yeah, because that you it shows that you have knowledge of these eldritch things,
Mm.
but having this knowledge is fundamentally not good for you.
Right.
Mm.
Cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
We've we've made a game mechanic for student debt. I like it.
Yeah. It was always there. We just needed a name. Yeah, I believe that would be unless there are any more questions about sanity, it is on to the next slide.
Oh, really, that's the easiest part of this game so far.
Yeah, it makes sense
Honestly,
to me.
yeah. Yeah. It's more complicated on the side of the keeper. Uh it's a balancing act of like trying to like not to go too hard on the bouts of madness, but also honoring that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's other mechanics I didn't go into about the sanity. Like when you there are certain sanity rolls where um after you make a sanity roll, you're asked to make an intelligence roll. And that's one you want to fail.
Right.
because if you pass that intelligence roll, it means you are fully comprehend what is going on.
Right.
You
So
know
if you
too much.
so if you see
Exactly.
something horrifying, but you're too stupid to understand what you're looking at, it's not going to fuck you up as much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there are advantages.
There are
Yeah.
advantages to being
It's
stupid.
done pretty good for me so far.
Guys,
I
I'm
found no
doomed.
problems not understanding nothing. I tell you what.
You'll never get nothing out of me.
I've been watching a lot of King of the Hill lately. It's
Yeah.
Bill Dauterive got a hard time, and he's my favorite boy.
I cannot help but agree. But yeah, this is actually the final slide, so we shall move on to it. It is just discussing my own fears.
I've got there's a special place in my heart and also
Spiders
my nightmares
and
for like four-legged beasties with human faces. I love
Yeah,
it.
they're
It
fucking
Oh,
gives me
yellow.
nightmares. I love it.
Yeah,
like, oh,
horrible
was
little
it?
guys.
Did it stem from Toy Story and Phil's weird like spider baby doll
Oh, it
thing?
might have, and I didn't
Maybe,
realize.
yeah.
I was thinking like sphinxes and shit, but it could be Toy Story.
That was my
It's really
first.
hard to tell, honestly.
Yeah. It's just I just unlocked a memory, and you're just gonna be sitting alone tonight,
Yeah.
thinking about Sid's weird baby spider.
I just see like the word Andy is scrawled on my foot. What is happening?
Big sanity roll.
Yeah, good thing I'm stupid. I'm safe.
Oh, Amber, I need you to stick to
I'm on it?
next
Am I
slide.
not on it?
We're
No.
on in conclusion now.
Oh, I'm on a different page. I'm
I
so
got caught with
sorry.
that as well. You started talking about a thing. I was like, where is she getting this from? It's like, I haven't moved ahead.
Yeah, no, I was on the wrong page, and that is my fault. So, basically, let's talk about my hopes and fears.
No pressure, no stress. It's cool.
No pressure, no stress. So, like I said, I've played Call of Cthulhu before, and this is a one shot that I'm adapting uh, from a solo adventure, which I believe is available for free on Chaosium if anyone wants to try it out.
What's
It
the
is
name of the?
it is called Alone Against the Flames. Don't worry about it.
I'm a little concerned that the flames are in the title, which means I'm not in
Nah,
for a
it's
good
good.
time. So there
Ju-
is that.
Don't even trip, dog. It's
Okay.
not indicative of anything.
All right. I feel like you're lying to me.
Why would I lie? I would never do that.
you are filled with lies.
Wow, harsh words,
I have to
But
be,
true.
but true.
but true. Well, no.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn. So basically, what I'm looking forward to with this game is there are lots of mechanics that I haven't dealt with this game. So there's chase mechanics within this game, which may or may not come up for reasons, and combat is something I've never really had to deal with this game. Like in theory, it's relatively simple, but I've just with the games that I've run so far, it's never really come into it. Um, um, and I have this has actually changed a little bit since I've started doing the show because I did the One Hunk Before Midnight um, thing, and that was me basically writing my own one shot for a system. I've never really written like original one shots for systems outside of D&D, and this is my, I guess now second time, but in the true sense of the term, like actually prepping for like a group mechanics and all that type of thing. uh with One Hunk Before Midnight, it was more improv, and I'm actually quite comfortable with that. um for this, I there's going to have to be a lot more prep involved because y'all sneaky, and I need to be able to know what's going on here.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
be prepared for us to min-max our Call of Cthulhu characters.
Oh yeah, you guys might go to that library.
I promise you that's not what's going to happen for me anyway.
Have you met any of us?
I will be disappointed if at least one of you hasn't min-maxed. um
I'll
Prepare
do my
yourself.
best. Just for
Oh
you.
no, that caused Wiz to just bow.
Oh
He's
my God.
done. No
Wow.
min-maxing here.
No. He was like, yeah, you'll be disappointed. Well, bye.
Peace.
I'll just get out of here then.
Um well, to talk about my reservations very slightly is I've gone through it. Like like the character creation really scares me. Like it is hard. It's just hard. It's one of the harder ways I've seen of doing character creation. That's why I think they lied when they called this the basic role playing engine. It is not basic. You lied, Chaosium. You lied. Um,
So can I chime in here real quick?
of course.
I actually, I did have some questions about how to allocate skill points, but the answers to them were very straightforward. And to me, the character creation itself has not been a problem.
Right.
The problem is how the information is organized in the materials.
Yeah.
That's been what's gotten me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fear not, a character will be made.
Hooray. Yeah. No, it's see, when I first started playing Call of Cthulhu, I used uh I think Amber actually came across it. They had like pre-generated stats for it where you could allocate like those stats uh to still give like a little bit of you know customization, but not as much as you would get if you just rolled. And that's what I use. So when I actually started like going into the mechanics of it, it was like, fuck me, all right. and and the other thing is sanity in games in general is something that is really difficult to do correctly
Mm,
without just doing like the gibbering wreck, and which is
yeah.
not what insanity is. It's hard to do it justice and to give it the nuance it deserves. um like the mechanics help a lot with that, uh, which I'm grateful for, but it is something that worries me that I won't be able to give it. Like, when do I stop the mechanics interfering with like how the insanity plays out in the
Mm,
gameplay?
okay.
Um, that's something that like I'm not overly concerned with. You guys are very talented role players, so it's not something that I'm going to I think I have to worry too much about, but it's definitely something I have to keep in the back of my head, I think.
I think it's worth noting as well, like as we're playing this, like you're not running this for a bunch of players that are eager for an adventure and it must be perfect. It's like we're playing this to kick the tires and pick apart what this game does. Like we are players, obviously, but if you're like, actually no, actually, can we pause for a second? Let me just figure out how this works. Does this make sense? Whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
think we're all comfortable taking a step back, being like, right, 4 DMs figuring out what this game actually works like. Cool, let's figure it out. Grant, back into the game. Resume what we were
Yeah.
doing. Like, it's not going to be like, you've kind of shattered the fucking verisimilitude we had going on here. Now I'm really out of the moment. It's like, I'd be eager to talk shop and mechanics and like, oh, cool, but how does this work or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And like I think that's why I'd be so comfortable running this system um with this like somewhat original one shot. Um because it I think it is very difficult to kind of test the waters with these kind of more difficult subjects in TTRPGs because none of us are experts in it. Um and I don't, especially now that we're doing this as performance as well, there's also that element
Yeah.
Mm.
of, so I think it'll be fun.
At
As-
the end of that sentence,
I
End
think it's
sentence.
going to be
dot, dot,
super
dot.
fun. It's going to be super fun.
yeah,
One question that I would have for you, and it's definitely along the same lines of what you were just talking about.
yeah,
Um, I want to make sure that if I am portraying a real world mental illness,
hmm,
that I am doing so sensitively.
yeah, for sure.
Um, Sorry guys, gotta be
No, that's a
serious.
very fair point.
Let's
That's a really fair point.
get
um,
into it.
but like if there's something that I really don't think I can do you mind if I like bring that up with you as a sidebar?
Of course. So, like, that's why I was saying that this system will require us to have a little bit more of an in depth session zero than what we would usually do because we are going to be dealing with stuff that is, um, this show is going to contain adult themes.
What?
But not those types of adult themes.
Well, are you ruling out full nudity?
Oh shit.
Does it depend on how crazy I am?
Honestly, it doesn't depend on how crazy you are.
You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
Well, it's definitely, yeah, like I think lines and veils and
Mm,
safety rules will be more important in this game
Mhm.
than in the games that we've played so far. Just because we are dealing with more sensitive topics than what we've done in the past.
I think
and
it's
like,
fair
can
for a
you
point.
correct me if I'm wrong, but like sanity, even in this game or in these scenarios, is less like actual mental illness and more
Yeah.
just like I'm seeing something that I don't understand, and like that is making me uneasy, that's making me paranoid, that
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
causing
I,
involuntary reactions, but like
I
yeah,
not I have schizophrenia. Like those are two different things.
I would agree with you to a point.
Okay,
So, like the most common mental illness I would say you deal with in Call of Cthulhu is PTSD. Because like
sure.
I said,
Okay.
this is like was the like coming off the back of the Great Depression,
Yeah,
coming off
post-war. Yeah.
post-war, like there's going to be like shell shock. Like
Yeah.
it was like the documented name for it. So that would be the most overt mental illness that we'd be dealing with. But like it's not a spoiler for the game, but it's something I was going to talk to you guys about it anyway, but we can talk about it now. Like there might be some uh see, I don't want, because it's not that bad, but at the same time it's going to sound worse if I don't just get it out.
well,
But
the
I
more
don't
you
know how.
string it out, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah,
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 you got to
Like
rip off that band-aid.
I know there's going to be implications of like child manipulation, I guess is the best
Okay.
way to put it. Like
Okay.
like somewhat manipulative. That's the word.
Okay.
Um like, and there might be some death.
Okay.
I have to look through this thing again and
Death
come up.
in
I
my Call of Cthulhu game? No.
never
Never.
never but there's going to be some,
Yeah.
like there
It's
might
gonna
be
be
some
heavy
more.
stuff,
It's going to
sensitive
be
stuff.
slightly
Yeah.
heavier for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So be I will be coming up with content warnings
Yeah.
for this particular game.
And
But
the list will look like this.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just gonna go on and on and on and on. It's
We'll
like,
open with
you
the
know what,
Star
guys, maybe
Wars
we
opening
should play.
crawl,
Yeah.
but it'll be like trigger
Oh,
warning, psychosis. The Galactic Empire is child abuse, child abuse.
Yeah. But to answer your question, it is less. It's more like watching somebody go through a breakdown
yeah.
rather than
Specific mental illnesses.
a specific mental
Yeah.
illness.
Okay. Perfect.
But I think it's a very valid concern. Like, as in, like, even the likes of psychosis, just hallucinations or whatever. Like, as
Yeah,
in, you don't want to
like
be like, what was that? What was the M Night Shyamalan one? Split, wherever, where
Split.
people were like a bit
Split.
upset.
Split.
Like, that's not how
Split.
multiple personalities work.
Oh
Like, I
yes,
don't think we'd
because
Yeah.
go
it was
that
it was
far.
it was the ID. Yeah, no, I don't think we'll be going into like hallucinations are like a big trope within Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Mm.
So but that again is not necessarily like, well, it is a sign of mental illness, but
Well, I
they're
mean,
also
yes and
being called,
no.
but
yeah,
they're also could be caused by a monster. You know
sure.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, like, you can hallucinate if you just haven't slept in long enough. Like it's not necessarily a
Think-
sign of a mental illness, or
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not necessarily horrible in
I
and
mean,
of
it's not a
itself.
sign of
It's just,
anything good, but
well,
it's
no, I mean, go take a nap,
yeah,
but
definitely sleep like a little.
I mean, it's like any time I've accidentally said something offensive. I didn't go in meaning to, but certainly fucking said something that wasn't okay.
Yeah.
As the one straight white cis guy in this podcast, this is going to shock you. I've said things that weren't okay before, and I didn't realize
Fucking
until
what,
afterwards.
dude? What?
Yeah.
Holy
What makes me
shit.
different is I apologized afterwards.
So proud
I
of
knew
you.
I was wrong.
That's good.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
play.
Don't worry,
Honestly,
guys. I
that's
die
all we're
first in this
looking
one.
for. So
But
what I'm
yes.
hearing is the rest of us kind of say anything and get away with it.
Yes.
But Wes
Pretty
has
much,
to be
yeah, yeah.
careful.
Like
Okay.
I could
I mean,
like
that's why I'm on the show. Like,
Yeah,
I give you
that's
carte
true.
blanche to be okay.
That's true.
Listen,
That's
Yeah.
true.
here's the
Keep
thing.
going.
As somebody who is mixed race, right? I can say the most heinous things against both white and black people.
That's true.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
I can just say all of the words I want. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but you can.
But I could.
You
But I
can.
could.
You hold that power.
I have this power.
Ugh.
I would never. I want like I have a cousin who who is, for lack of a better term, blacker.
See, you're allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say that.
But listen, she is. Her dad is black, and I just she was, like she was saying words and stuff that I would never say
Yeah.
because it's just like, yes, I'm mixed race,
Or
but I
words, Dread.
also,
Go on.
certain words.
I've never cancelled a black person before.
No. It's okay.
Wes,
It's
She was
an
my
example of
cousin.
what I'm
It's
talking about.
Wes. Tread so
you
carefully.
just did the thing.
I know. A hook is about to pull me off. All right. Well, you guys enjoyed playing with Ben in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Declan just somehow bursts into Emperor's house and cuts off the. But no, she was like very comfortable. Like she's American. I was visiting her in America, and she's very comfortable saying these words.
Yeah.
And I was just there like, I grew up in Ireland in a very, very white place.
Yeah.
Where we
I
mass produce shame as well.
yeah, it's like I fully can't, like I wanted to try just to see what would happen, but I also knew, was like, I'm not brave enough.
Oh
Fully
no.
not brave enough. I can't be
Absolutely.
cancelled. She's my family, please. Please, no.
That's such a specific situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, truly, like, I love you all. I don't know if any of you can relate.
Oh,
No. No.
And which is why we play Call of Cthulhu.
There we go,
So we
yeah.
can bring these really weird, specific scenarios.
Wait, is this gonna happen in the game? Because now I'm concerned.
I mean, I
Yeah,
might bring it in now.
That's a
just to-
very different kind of content warning.
Look, I think I've pushed the envelope enough. I'm not going to play the mixed race character in this one. I think I'm just going to leave that.
That's so fair.
I know when to leave well enough alone.
See, that's the other thing about being mixed race. I can play both black and white characters, and it might be
Oh.
fine.
Oh, there you
It
go.
might be fine.
It might be fine. I haven't had any complaints yet.
Oh.
Today I'll be playing Zhao Yang. I'm really pushing it. I'm going to see what I can get.
No, no,
I'm bulletproof. No.
Oh god.
No
We're all
stopping
gonna
me.
get cancelled. The whole
It's
show's
fine.
over, guys.
It's fine. It's time. Fuck.
Oh,
But yeah, essentially with that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for listening to me info dump about Call of Cthulhu. Also,
Thank
never
you for info dumping.
thank you.
Yeah,
yeah, it was great.
this sounds really exciting.
It will be.
It
I
was
will come up.
a very complicated setup explained quite well. Like I have a much better idea of what we're getting into here now.
Damn,
Yeah.
all right.
We really love a presentation, okay?
Presentations are great. But yeah, like this was also really good for me because like it really forced me to like actually look.
Get
I just
into
dropped my
it.
snack.
Oh, no.
It actually forced me to really get into it and like force understanding.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really exciting to apply all of this to the one shot.
Lovely stuff.
Can't
With
wait
that,
for
will
this
we
to
open the
backfire.
floor to like the others to see how we're feeling now?
Yeah.
Like stress level from before this stream to stress level now? Like how are we feeling?
Oh, like me?
Well, everybody.
Ah,
Because I think we're all a little bit like, oh god, big crunchy game.
yeah.
I think knowing that the character creation is the biggest hurdle
Yeah.
Yeah.
is make me. I now kind of understand how big a hurdle it is, and it's like, yeah, it'll be a bit more work than just kind of like if someone were to last minute suggest a D&D game, I know I could slap some numbers together, and it might not be the best character, but it's like I'll be able to play and have fun. Whereas with this, I'm like, you should kind of put a bit of effort into this, or else you might actually not enjoy the game. So knowing that, it's like, right, just pay it a little attention, put a bit of work into it, then it's fine. Like it's not, I'm not learning calculus from scratch. Like it's not wild. And then if it's kind of, then you just after that, you've had your veggies, now you get to enjoy your dessert. Great, perfect. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
The sanity mechanic sounds really fun to play with as well.
Yeah.
It does. And as far as the crunchiness of character creation, I'm like, the hardest thing I've been asked to do so far is divide by 5. We can handle this.
I would like
It's
if you figured that out, I might DM you after this just to make
Yeah.
absolutely sure.
If you can tell me how multiplications work, that would be so good.
although that table is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just to save some time.
Mhm.
yeah, like if I'll you know what, I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it into the group chat, but there is a reference sheet for like dividing each of the stats into their halves and their fifths, just to save us all some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love so when I saw the character sheet, I was like, it lit me up because there is nothing I like more than a long ass list of skills.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just feel
Yeah.
like, look at all these options.
So many
So
opportunities for nerd.
Yeah.
I can add and subtract so many times.
Holy shit. So good.
So yeah, I'm really excited
Yeah.
to complete my character and my backup character and the backup to the backup character.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can't wait till we all die in a library.
It's gonna be
It's
sick.
because we don't know how to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Our stats are too
none of
low.
us are
Like,
gonna.
a book,
Yeah,
a
for
book
Like
sure.
you just keep
explodes.
tapping your hand like, I feel like I should be doing something.
Yeah, I'm swiping the front of the book and it's not doing anything.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I've gone insane.
I don't even need to prep. I could just watch you guys lose it over not having technology.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
I'm
Oh,
excited to play.
but I will give a slight teaser to what your characters are going to be doing in the first
Oh,
10
yeah.
minutes. You'll be on a bus.
Oh shit. Public
You
transportation.
hell yeah. You guys are going to be at various stages of your journey across America, with your final destination being Arkham, Massachusetts.
Nice.
where
So
were our points of origin, or do we
that's
get
a
to
that's
decide
entire
that?
you get to guys get to decide that. I am not
Cool.
going to decide that for you.
I
As
will
long as it is before you hit Massachusetts,
Okay.
have to
which
look
is a
up a
pretty
map
big.
of
I,
America. Because I
so
know
you
states, but I don't know where they are in relation to other states.
well, Massachusetts is on the East Coast. So you basically have all of the West.
Am I at a
And the South.
disadvantage for having no relation to America? I've just realized that now.
Um, like
Maybe, yeah.
I don't have the greatest knowledge of America, and I have many American relatives.
Okay. Just
It's okay. There's a lot of it, and some of the states are all rectangles, so
Yeah.
they look the same.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
just like a weird little bunch down in kind of the middle where they're
see,
just
these
like,
are,
I
these
don't
are
know,
all
it's just draw a
things
grid.
you can say these things. I sound intolerant if I say these things, but I agree. They're all just a bunch of squares and rectangles.
I like listen. I never went I never had like American education. I moved
You're welcome.
before.
Again, I can't say that.
What, that you didn't have a American education? You can
Well,
say
actually, no,
that.
I literally can't say that. Yeah, you're right. I did.
Yeah, you can say that. So I have very little like actual workable knowledge of like the geography of America.
Dread, let me tell you a secret. I had an American education and I just didn't take geography. It just wasn't a course that we had to do. I had like six
Oh,
months of
what?
geography in my entire schooling. They just didn't give a shit about the location of things on the globe. So
But
Yeah,
like,
me
but what
too.
about the like?
Yeah.
I feel like the American map would be like important, right?
it would be hanging in the classroom, but we wouldn't talk about it.
No one look at it.
It's like
Yeah, kind
figure
of.
it out or not.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
crazy, 'cause
much.
I
That's
always thought that was so
wild.
strange because like there's this reputation of like, oh, Americans only know about America. It's like, yeah, but America's bigger than Europe, so that's kind of fair. But if it's just
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
it's
state
like
focused,
it's yeah, like it's not as big as Asia as it likes to think, but it is certainly bigger than Europe. So
Pretty
it's kind
big.
of like
each state is as big as a country in Europe without question. Like you can fit
the
like what, like 30 Irelands in Texas? Like
yeah, like the entirety of Manhattan is like the population is bigger than the entirety of Ireland.
yeah,
Yeah.
population in Manhattan is inhuman. That's crazy. That's so many people.
Yeah.
That's like Tokyo shit. Like
Yeah, that's so true.
It's nuts.
this is a good
But-
tangent we've gone on. I like it.
Yeah,
So we're going to Massachusetts. is your
you
point.
are going to
Oh
Massachusetts.
yeah, we're on a bus. Public
Yeah.
transportation.
Yeah, can you
It's very
please draw
Singapore.
us a map, Dread?
Like right
so that we
now?
know when we can get on the bus.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
we need to
got
know when
you.
our stops are.
Just have it
I
ready
got
for
you.
session
Do it.
0.
Yeah,
Hang
no,
on.
I got you. I can do it right now. Hold on.
Can I? What if I do this? Hang on. Map.
Okay.
God.
Yeah,
I want you to do what you're doing. I'm gonna pull up a real map and I want to
Okay.
compare the two.
I mean, Dred's just definitely just writing "Go fuck yourself" on a cue card that she can just.
See,
No,
that's what
true.
I assumed
That's
she was
fair.
doing.
No, you.
Okay.
I'm a nerd.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Can we?
sure.
I just.
I
Yeah,
can deal with that. Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so that's a
So it's like from
done.
San Francisco to Arkham.
yeah. So like this end is
Wait,
west,
that is not San
and and
That's a
and
very good map.
thank you, and then that's east. All of it.
Oh no, we've hit my first hurdle. I can't spell Massachusetts. There are so many S's and 2
There
T's.
Far
are.
too many. You
What
should
is
try
going on with this
Mississippi
word?
next.
There's.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Okay.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you had going on.
I mean, yeah. Like that's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's-
effectively
that's
exactly the
it.
same.
I mean, I can't not see a whale coming towards the screen and be like,
I was kind of thinking a fat mosquito, but
"Oh, that's better." I'm doing it.
So basically, like if I remember Massachusetts, it's like I'm pointing at what you guys can't see, but
it's-
Massachusetts is like way
can
up
you
the
see my
north there.
cursor?
Yes, it's right
it's
there.
right there.
So
Massachusetts.
and so you actually would be passing through like New York and all that type of thing. Like there would be stops along the way. Like I envision this being like a greyhound. So
Yeah.
for our Irish folk, greyhound is essentially the bus service that goes cross continent.
Everywhere.
I mean, I've
yeah.
been to America and I have a TV.
Listen,
For you fucking loser noobs, anyway.
Yeah,
Listen
no,
to
I mean, I know I'm in a
buses.
big
you
stink
just
about
said
not
you
being
don't
American.
know anything about America. You
Wait a minute,
just
wait a minute.
said that.
In all of this conversation and confusion, Kate, aren't you from New England? Aren't you in New England?
I'm in the mid-Atlantic, but yes.
The Mid-Atlantic, that's the ocean. What are you talking about?
Kate's a mermaid. Oh
I
god.
think Mid-Atlantic
I
is
am
that
a mermaid.
lake you-
What I haven't told you is this is my underwater lair.
Fantastic.
Ah,
Can't
you
believe you
haven't put
haven't
in
invited
mermaid
anyone.
bribes this whole show. In fairness,
That's true. That's true.
No, so honestly, what Dred drew looks like San Francisco to Massachusetts to me, which
Fair
gives
enough.
you
Yeah.
infinite options.
so
Yeah.
Of
straight,
places to
straight
do
line
so.
across the entire country.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have to be
Yes,
somewhere
but it was at an
between
angle.
here and
Okay.
here. Okay.
I can't really argue with
There's
that.
one straight road across America.
One
and
straight
the bus
road.
is driving down it. Okay.
It's called Route 66.
I'm going from San Francisco to Boston. It's going to take me 5.5 years because it's the 1920s.
Nah, you get a good bus.
Couple
Like,
of weeks.
I'm going to arrive with dysentery and it's going to be a grand old time.
I'm
The
ready.
American way.
Mhm.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, like you could essentially come from anywhere you want, as long as you make it to this particular bus line.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Ooh. You know what? I just pulled up a map. I like Lexington. That sounds like a good place. I'm from
There we
there.
We'll do that.
Where is
choice.
that?
Lexington is north of Boston. I have no further information.
Oh,
Oh, I
Is
thought you
that
meant
New York?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, I was assuming you meant Kentucky as well.
Oh, that's even better. Yes. No,
Yeah.
what you said, Kate. That's definitely it from Kentucky.
Is Kentucky
Whoa.
KY?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
That's okay.
I mean, do you know what? I'm going for the clergyman profession, so I'm really
Makes
liking Kentucky
sense.
now. Southern Draw
Mhm.
Preacher Man, kind of into
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
beautiful.
I do believe I've gone completely insane.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh,
But yeah, do you guys want to give little hints? Like only if you have gotten as far as occupation. But what do you think? Like,
I'm thinking clergyman. I like the idea of someone who's like a devout Christian man, like shepherd to his flock, and then just seeing shit that he cannot explain with his whole,
Mm.
effectively his world falling apart, being like, the rock that holds my soul together does not explain this.
yeah,
And like, does that mean he just goes crazy? Does he give up his faith? Does it make his faith even stronger? Like, I like that kind of
yeah,
mix.
yeah.
That's fun.
And normally I just like making the crazy religious people die. And I've never played one before. I've never even played a paladin before.
It's your turn to
What?
die.
Sorry?
So it's your turn to die.
Exactly, yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not being funny. I'm going to be the first to die, and we're going to get raucous applause. It's going to be great.
Oh,
Gonna be a
Jesus.
rich priest, the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah, yeah. I came from money. I go back to the salt of the earth. Tell my daddy I died a hero.
No.
No.
Oh.
He died canceled.
Brilliant.
It wasn't what I said. It was how I said it.
I
Oh,
said,
now I'm hearing fucking
that.
House
Foghorn
of
Leghorn.
Cards Underwood. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So we might go with somewhere other than Kentucky. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Chicken. What about you, Amber? What are you thinking?
I have built a little author, but for some reason I decided she's a romance author. But when I say romance, I mean smut. So she writes under a pen name.
Well, I can't imagine why you would think that with
I don't know.
romancing the
Yeah, I don't
women
know where
and all
that came from.
I
Yeah,
couldn't imagine where
that
that
was
comes
weird
from.
for me. It doesn't make any sense.
Nah. And what about you, Kate?
My character is a criminal, a con artist, and she's a fake medium.
I love that.
So she has absolutely no belief in anything supernatural, but will be forced to confront that.
Nice.
That's so fun though to be
Yeah, big
like
medium's really
what
fun.
if she like actually gets a vision and she's like, wait, what the fuck is this?
What the
He's
fuck is
like,
this? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I love that.
And
You
she's
will be
gonna
Goldberg in
know
Ghost.
occult stuff, but only to make it her schemes better.
Right.
oh yeah, no, it just inspires her rather than teaching her a lesson.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is gonna be a good grift. You're
That's
Whoopi
so
Goldberg
funny.
in Ghost. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. It's like, wow, I've seen something terrible.
yeah.
I've
How do I
seen
make money
something
out of this? I
terrible.
really want to.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah. And I'm wondering, is there any other questions? And I don't think there is from me.
I'm sure I'll
Um,
think of something, but for now, feeling pretty good about it. I
Yeah.
will I'm gonna try and get my character stuff done early next week, because otherwise all of this I'll be like, yeah, this is all I understand it perfectly. Try to explain it great, and then it'll be a week and I'll be like, no, it's all gone. I've forgotten
Yeah.
how all of it works.
God damn it! And I'll be like, I'm not explaining percentile
Yeah,
dice
it's like
again.
you,
I'm
you
not
can't do
doing
one to
that.
one with the three of us separately multiple times. That's
Yeah.
We'll send out the presentation. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
All
I have
right.
that bookmarked. I immediately bookmarked that.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's too beautiful not to keep.
It's
It
beautiful,
is.
and I have no faith in my own intelligence or memory
Yeah.
retention.
Oh, well, I if you like truly ask me any questions and I'll look it up because I have two books that sometimes have conflicting information.
Oh,
So
lovely.
Yay!
Great. This will be
Choose your
wonderful.
favorite.
I will watch me.
Yeah, actually, if you would just present me with both options, I would be
There
Yeah.
happy
you
to
go.
make a choice in my favor.
Yeah, I will do this. But I will make you all suffer in Call of Cthulhu on a bus in a way, and you all just have to deal with that.
Is the
Wonderful.
suffering
And
that
it's
it's a really
somehow going
long
to
bus
be
ride?
I mean, that's part of the suffering, but that's
In
on you.
1920, yeah.
Yeah,
In
the
1920.
bus itself is going to be really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
60 years until air conditioning is invented. Enjoy your bus ride.
Oh, it's hotter than a tin can out here.
What?
I don't know.
Hotter than a tin can.
I'm not American.
We're going to have to give you American lessons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. You know what? Actually, though, I'm sure somebody in the South has said that is the thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And
You
they
know.
don't even know what they mean.
no.
I feel like the Deep South is where we got all of our good phrases, and someone said something that was gibberish in the moment and was just sounded good, and now we say it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah, no, my husband and I have this theory that there is some sort of alien parasite in the brain of every Southerner that can only speak to the alien parasite in the brain of another Southerner. So that's where all of this comes from. You're
That
not
makes
supposed
sense.
to be able to understand it. It's not for you.
That's fair.
That's
And I
it.
say this as an American Southerner.
Okay. Gotcha.
So much like Dredd is allowed to say some things, Kate is allowed to say other things.
And Wes
That's the
can't
thing.
say a thing.
Yeah. You just sit silently. Take it.
I feel like Dreads is a bit more nuanced, whereas Kate's like, yeah, everyone's got a brain slug, but I understand them. Like it's not, it's not quite a 1-to-1.
That's good.
Oh,
It's a
Okay.
good times, guys.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Great.
Good times.
This was a
Oh.
weird one, which I feel is fitting for the game we're going to play.
Oh, for sure. I think
Yeah.
we're all giddy.
Yeah. I'm ready for
I
sleep.
am very excited for this. Yeah, this looks fun.
Oh, better make
Okay.
this game good. Shit.
You'll be fine.
It'll be fun either
You're
way.
gonna do
and we're all-
great.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it will
Okay.
become Scooby Doo. That is also my
I mean,
experience.
That's great though.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I
Doesn't
love
want to
Scooby
be
Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be like scary Scooby Doo. It'll be like it'll become more like a maybe rated R Scooby Doo.
Nice.
Like I don't know what the rating below R is. So
PG-13.
PG-13, but nah.
no,
That's
PG
boring.
13.
You only get one fuck in PG-13, and that's not enough.
Oh, then it's definitely R rated. Fuck it.
I feel like they should have none in PG-13. Like that doesn't feel right.
Oh, that's not fair. 13-year-olds definitely say fuck.
Oh, I definitely was saying.
But they
fuck
only
at
say it
13.
because they allowed it the one that they learn it from that one utterance in the movie.
No, they learn it from their
Kids today.
parents.
What kind of a
Okay.
13-year-old were you?
A loser. I thought that was pretty clear.
Oh my god. Okay.
A
Let's wrap this.
flipping loser.
We need to leave. We need to
We
go.
need to wrap this up.
We have to wrap this up. It's just going to get worse, guys.
This show no longer features me. It happens in spite of me.
No, it happens in spite to you.
That's true.
Oh.
Okay. If you're still here somehow, thank you so much.
Like, why though? Why are you still here?
Kind of, yeah.
But we appreciate it anyway.
Absolutely, but we went off script about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Even Declan and Ben are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks with some actual play of Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, it'll be like, listen, we'll play it, but be prepared. We might come above table to have a chat. We're just trying to figure it out. We're trialing the game. So yeah, come join us for that. It'll be interesting. It'll be exciting. I'm very excited. Everyone else is excited. Please listen to Romancing the Dungeon tomorrow when it comes out. Does anyone else have anything else to promote?
All of my projects are secret.
Okay, well, there you go.
So
That's
no.
it. That's what we got
All
for
of
you.
my projects
That's
are
what we
redacted,
got.
but they might be coming soon, maybe one day.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We will be back in 2 weeks' time for Spookums. See you then.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.